Freddie Gray is only like a few blocks up the street. What happened with Freddie Gray? In Sandtown. That's where I'm from. Sometimes you can hear gunshots, like down the street. It's always fire trucks and ambulance rolling by. It's like people really don't care. If people cared about our neighborhoods more, it would be a lot better neighborhood.
Being a person in West Baltimore, it means I play inside or go to school. Like in my neighborhood, you have to know where you cannot go. The best places are school, your house, or the corner store. Those are 3 places you can be.
Because one of my classmates actually lives across the street from me. I would love to go over his house and play games one day, but I can't do that. It's not really safe to go outside that much.
The neighborhood we live in is like, I don't like the neighborhood because we got drug dealers there. When I hear gunshots at night, I'd be scared. And somebody had got shot right in front of that tree that we was playing next to. So then the guy that had got shot, before he got shot, he was trying to run up to the park to be safe. But then he didn't get far, so the guy shot him. And the one that got shot, I knew who he was.
Anytime you have young African-American males in this day and age, you know, it's just like they have a target. The police, they just look at the cover. I'll always tell him, you're a black man, you can't just go out, you just can't hang out in the street.
I'm determined to get out of Baltimore.
Baltimore isn't safe for young African-American men. Don't deny it.
Why?
They have targets on their back, period. You know, no matter where they go, just because of the skin they're in. How can you escape your skin?
It is definitely a challenge. It is right outside your front door. It's right outside this door, I know that. Someone actually got shot last year and murdered in front of our door. And since then, I've been wary about them going outside to play. And bullets fly and you don't know who it's gonna hit. So instead of us putting ourselves in that position, I'd rather just stay in the house. We call the recruiters on the corner, we call them the drug dealers. They stand there all day long. And I know that eventually someone will approach my children. And in order to protect them from that, you gotta talk to them. You gotta let them know that you are aware of what goes on.
I'm frightened of people getting killed in my neighborhood.
I found out that somebody was shot in front of my house that same day, and nobody can go into the house for like 3 hours until they remove the body. The drug dealers fight for territory around there for some reason. Because I think there's 4 gangs surrounding the school for every corner. Sometimes they have turf battles, gunfights, because you usually hear about them through news and gossip.
Nowadays, since I live in Baltimore, you have to grow up fast. That's why I cherish the moments when we can play basketball and stuff. Just be kids. So we can enjoy these moments instead of growing up fast like we have to live in Baltimore. It's just fun, like seeing how your friends, how they play. And every day you looking like, wow, he getting better, he getting better, he getting better. Nobody said that about me though. The times when I'm shining like a piece of gold. I saved it! Gotta grab my shot. Every once in a while I can make a shot. My mother's scared for us sometimes because we know a lot of people that got killed. Like on a basketball court, 2 people got killed on a basketball court before. Now that I think about it, it just opened my eyes. I don't think that it's fair that we have to grow up before it's our time to grow up. That we can't cherish the moments that we children. I don't think it's fair at all. My name is Shakir Franklin. I'm 12 years old. I go to Franklin Square Elementary Middle School. I'm in the 6th grade. I walk to school, and it's not that far. It's like if somebody walking beside me, like, I just like pay attention so I can see what's going on.
I can't take him to school, and there's no one who can take him to school. So from the age of 8, 9 years old, since then, Shakir has had to go to school by himself. Anything could happen to him. Literally, anything could happen to him.
So even if Shakir does everything right, you know, he walks to school, he changes the way he walks to school, you know, every day. Even if he does that, I know something could happen. That's scary because you know, first of all, that's my brother. He has so many great things going for him. I worry.
My neighborhood, it's not good. There's drugs all through here, and that's the reason why I'm trying to get out.
One of the obstacles is this idea that you only have 2 choices. You either do the right thing or, you know, you sell drugs.
My sister, she looked at me and said, "Are you trying to end up like a Freddie Gray?" I said, "Nah, I'm trying to get out of Baltimore." She said, "If you're trying to get out of Baltimore, then you gotta be on your stuff. You gotta do better next school year." And I said, "Okay, I'll do better next school year." I gotta go to the store. I don't want to fall asleep in class. I need all the sugar I can get. Good morning. Can I get 2 bags of honey cheese curls? I think a pineapple soda.
No, you want to get 2?
What's up, Julie? Well, 2 boxes, 1 box of pink Mike and Nikes. You want some candy? So I don't fall asleep when I'm testing, because I'm gonna get sleepy. We gotta take out final exams. I was little, I had good grades. Then when I started going like 3rd and 4th and 5th, as I advanced, it like kind of got like choppy. My demeanor changed in a bad way. And like I was not listening.
Some years he just completely shut down and he didn't do anything for the whole year.
He gets in trouble, I wouldn't say a lot, but he gets in trouble often in the classroom, and he knows the answer, so he holds his hand up, and the teacher may go to somebody else. And he gets frustrated, so he starts blurting out the answer.
If you put some other absorbent in there, like...
Because he knows the answer and he wants to be addressed.
Okay, who else wants to share? Miss Wilkes.
My teachers always said, it's not your academics, you're awesome, it's your behavioral issues. And I'm always like, okay, I do not want to hear this. I was so bad. I used to run the halls. I didn't listen to teachers. I just didn't do what I was supposed to do. I lived in the principal's office for about 2 or 3 years. I had my own little seat, had my little desk. I had all the books stacked up, just waiting for me to come. I had to go to the principal's office because I was being a disturbance. I was being a very bad me.
What was discussed last time?
Grades are important for you to succeed in life.
So this ties into what we just talked about in the very beginning about why grades are so important, because that tells the employer that you're reliable, that you're hardworking, that even if you start off low and you improve, it tells that employer you're the type of person that gets better. And a lot of our students come out of disadvantaged areas. To come out of a disadvantaged area where it's been generational problems, you know, not just with them or their parents, but it can go back generations. There's not always a readiness to commit to achieving to greatness because they get setbacks and they feel like they can't make it. Anybody?
I want to be a public defense attorney. Maybe because she didn't have one. Because Dr. Crawley, he really inspired me. And he said that when he was a public defense attorney, that he helped so many people. And I was like, yeah, that would be something I want to do. Yo, what did you do? Come back, run back. My mother's first 5 kids have the same father, and my baby brother and my 2 little sisters have a different father. I have 2 younger sisters, 2 older sisters, and 2 older brothers. I'm the 5th child. I'm my dad's last child. You ready to read the book? Okay, what's the name of the book? Yup, this little piggy. This little piggy stayed home. Yay, market! My baby brother, I don't want him to know the stuff that I know and like to see the stuff that I be seeing. Because like, it would be better if we lived like somewhere else where it's just not concrete everywhere. My mother, she works at the Maryland Food Bank and she cooks like the food for the after-school programs.
What would make my life easier is having a higher income. Everything is an emergency. We're Muslim, so we can't get beaten down. You can't despair. You know, that's not a quality of a good practice in Muslim. You have to always have hope.
I was 3.5. Almost the same as the. I like science because the world is made up of science. I want A's and B's so I can get on a roll. BD, doesn't it go up like 1 inch?
How will this glider be different from the other gliders you've done before?
Painting me to say this, but it will fly longer.
It'll fly longer.
And do everything it's supposed to do.
All right. I remember you guys wanted to make sure it flew in a circle. Do you think it'll do it this time?
Yes.
When I flew it and went in a complete circle.
Really?
And we were in here.
Very
She's
nice.
sticking to that. So if it gets destroyed, it's her fault. For the record, if it gets her fault. We got the glider.
This is our plane.
If I'm ever elected as mayor of Baltimore, I'm doing everything. I'm improving transportation. I'm improving the schools. I wish I knew how birds were made so we can make our glider exactly like birds. I'm just going to give Baltimore a fresh start. Let's start over with Baltimore. We're going to let it go, and it's going to go into like the sky, so like it's going to fly. Let go. And that was okay.
Now we're going to do the Scholar of the Year, and it is absolutely amazing. And he doesn't know that he's getting this, but he actually won Scholar of the Year, Shakir Franklin.
I'm not crying.
So proud of you.
Oh my God. I'm crying. Oh my God. Good job. Good afternoon. My name is Shakir Franklin, aka Shaq. Baltimore, it's been going through a lot after the uprisings. And I feel like I'm happy, well, I'm proud to be one of the people that's doing something in Baltimore by doing well in school and being part of the special UMB Career Scholars Program. I can show that Black Lives Matter by being a good figure as a young African-American male. I would like to change a lot of things, like the way the African American males are treated. Also, the way everybody is treated, because in my eyes, everybody should be equal. When I get older in a few years, I can see the world being better for African Americans because I'm going to be one of the people that's making it better for African Americans. And please excuse my grammar, but thank you, all of my woadies.
I did good. I did really good. My name is Courtney Jacobs III. I'm 12 years old, and I like basketball. I want to become a surgeon, and I want to go to college. I'm good at all the basic stuff. Woo! I like to learn new math. Well, I'm excelling with an A in math.
Off and on? Off and on?
Yeah, I am doing good in science.
Play around with it a little.
I'm also excelling with an A in science.
And figure out what's going to be conducting and turning on a light bulb.
Miss Suskinsbury, my science teacher, she inspires me to do better things.
Don't you need to test it? Think about like control experimental. Maybe the paper. See it. Okay. Check it out. You're else making you got your prediction? Let's see.
Yep, it's working.
Here's my question, sweetie. Is there?
She inspires me to always do your homework, and she pushes me to do my best and try hard and everything. This program has taught me to never give up because one project that I'm doing is called the bottle rocket, and this one part with the bottle rocket, we had to set it up and we had to push like the little knob inside of the bottle, and it's really hard because when you push it in and it's not as tight as you need it to be, and you try to do it, the water's not going to stay right and it's going to just fly out and mess up, and it's really frustrating. So this program has taught me to keep trying and just do what you like to do.
They should be on the inside.
It feels good to know that I have mentors and my parents to help me push hard and excel to everything that I dream of, and to always do what you love.
What's most important to me is school, because I know that's gonna be my career in the future. So school is definitely what's most important to me.
At night, when I hear gunshots at night, and I be scared, so I tell my mother, and she just look out the window to see if it's around our spot where we live at. But it'd be like far away, but we can hear it.
So this is Fulton and North that we're looking at right now, and it does appear as though they may be looting another business on the corner here. Police vehicle, it is fully engulfed in flames.
When we heard that the riots were happening, we saw it like on the news and stuff, and we're like, oh my God, what is happening? That's so bad. And we just stayed in the house, and then when it was all over, we saw like gates broken, glass broken and stuff, doors kicked down, and all those stores right there just closed. I go to Franklin Square Elementary Middle School. It was somebody like breaking into school with a weapon or something. The people in the office would yell, "Cold blue, cold blue," and then we would lock the doors and hide in the corners of the wall from all the windows and the door. Right now, we're decorating my poster board for my science fair project. I wanted to be a pediatrician since I was 5. At first, I wasn't interested in science. I was just like reading because like I like reading still, but I wasn't into science like I was into reading.
I would characterize her as more of a loner, but through the CURE program, you see her actually developing relationships and working in conjunction with others. I think the Science Olympiad, for example, was an opportunity for her not only to collaborate with other students, but also feel good about herself.
She is beginning to be more of a leader. She's stepping it up more. She was a child that I used to have to call on and then tell her to speak up. So now, when I call on her, I can actually hear her, and she's raising her hand without me calling on her now, so she's feeling more comfortable.
Last year, and all the other schools I've been to, I was just quiet and I wouldn't talk. Like, I at least made one friend every year because I was, like, quiet. I was the quietest person in the school. But now, like, I'm confident and I'm talking to people. I'm not, like, shy. I'm shy, but I'm not that shy no more. Like, I can stand up in front of people and just speak. The career I want is to help people because, like, that's what pediatricians do. They help people, mainly kids, and, like, I love helping people. That's why I wanted to be that, and helping people will make people be better and, like, focus on what they want to do.
And they hold her hand, they walk her through it, and they make her feel confident that she can achieve whatever it is she thinks she's interested in doing.
My mother, she's strong on education. Like, she want all of us to participate in things. Like, she care about education, and she see me doing good, and I'm trying to encourage my brothers.
I am very involved in the school. Every teacher, every administrator knows my name. They have my card, they have my cell phone number. I know what they're doing before they can come home and tell me. I am very proud. I'm proud at whatever decision she makes that she wants to be this week.
My wish is to go to college and make my dream to be a pediatrician. I would wish that I can go to the best college.
I consider myself the optimist because I'm always joyful. You'll never find me in like a downward mood because I've been in that mood so many times. I don't want to experience again. I want to spread the joy, spread the love.
Some of them were not wearing their uniforms like they should have been. So since
I consider myself a leader because of the situations I've been in. I've been in some bad situations and I've been in some good situations. And throughout those situations, you'll rarely find me being a follower. You'll find me more being a leader. I got taken away from my mother, and once I got taken away from my mother, it was kind of hard to find like where I could fit in at. And when I was living with my dad, it was like we were living in basically the ghetto. My mother's been on drugs, and it was like real hard for me because I didn't know what she was doing, and it's like it was very difficult for me to get over that. The fact that you know what your mother doing and you know that it's wrong, but you can't help her. My one wish would be I could help my mother. The reason why I would wish for that is because of my mother's past and what she's going through now. I really do hope I can help her. And my father is a good man, is that he always stresses to me that he wants me to be much better than he was. And I'm trying to be much, much better than my father was in school.
I'm very determined. I don't like to give up. at all, because make me feel like a loser. I want to be a winner, so I don't give up. I think that I control my destiny. When something isn't going the way that I would choose it, I would try to figure out a way to change that.
6-4. Oh, can we get candy? Can we get candy?
He said no sugary stuff.
No sugary soda. That, a freeze pop is. Can you grab me one? And a snow cone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I got your stuff for you.
My one wish would definitely be to get out of the city and go somewhere else better. A better place for my family and my little brothers to grow up and have a better place to stay. My weakness is definitely my phone. My phone, YouTube, stuff like that.
Nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, yo, that was so funny.
How do they even shoot it?
I don't even know how they be doing stuff like that.
He just flipped the pancake. What?
You could definitely catch me watching YouTube.
We want to welcome you this morning to your high school tour. So guys, as you enter, you'll see our lovely entranceway where you see our main office, our health suite, and our school store, and all of our achievements that Paul Laurence Dunbar has had over the years. You're actually out on a perfect time. 7th grade is an awesome time to make your high school choice because you need to think about it now. Because 8th grade is too late because you only have 1 quarter that they look at. So now is the time for you to actually make this decision. So we're gonna try to sway you in our direction. You guys ready for the tour? All right, let's go.
I think getting into college and going to a good school depends on what I do, because the decisions that I make follow me and to the things that I do and to the schools that I want to get into.
I'm very competitive. The pressure's already on because the mile for all schools in Baltimore is college career ready. They get you straight ready for high school and they keep telling you, you better get A's because that's going to affect what high school you go to. And the pressure's really on. My name is Princaya Sanders. I'm from Franklin Square Elementary Middle School and I am 13 years old. I'm really confident because people say I'm really smart. And that makes me want to work really hard to be even smarter, so they can say you're a genius one day. People will naturally assume I'm violent because I'm most likely taller than them. I'm taller than most of the boys in my class, most of the boys in my grade, and I'm big. I really don't like to fight unless I have to. Like if you hit me first, then I'm going to beat you up. So I don't like fighting, but if I have to, I'm going to, and I will win. I think about the boys after school, and school is all about school, so I think about school in school. So my brain has like a separation between outsiders and inside school. I promised myself, me, Princaya Sanders, I promised myself that education is first. Always going to be first. It shall be first. Me and Shakira I like because we're both really smart, like incredibly smart. We're both fun.
What did you get on Dr. Braxton?
Me, I'm kind of fun.
Wait, hold on,
Dealing with people.
Our attributes that are most in common are the smarts in the brain, because he's really smart and I'm incredibly smart. The only person who can beat me in social studies or any class is Shakira. We're on the same level in brains, because Shakira's the all the way popular people. I think having a mentor is fun because they're that friend that you have. They inspire me because you might become an upstanding person by meeting those upstanding people.
Hi, Princaya, how are you?
They're that third or second parent that you have.
So this is where I practice. So do you think maybe we should go and sit down and talk a little bit? We have a special day for you today.
So if you have something wrong or that you want to speak about, that you don't want to talk to your parents about.
Princaya.
How are you?
Today's a special day because I'm going to a hospital to meet the anesthesiologist.
14.
14, awesome. We're going to the OR. So first we're gonna go down to the workroom. This red line here is to help the medics know which way to go when they bring patients in. Patients over here. So he was involved in a car crash, and the medics are gonna tell all the doctors here what the story is.
Meeting Dr. Fouché, an anesthesiologist, has really inspired me to pursue a career in anesthesiology.
And you can bring the
A
light
mentor
in.
has changed my life because it opened possibilities I didn't know I could have.
We walked in the operating
But now I want to be an anesthesiologist in an OR or ER or a regular surgery room.
So you had a great day, great morning today with Dr. Fouché?
Yes.
Yes? Pretty exciting? Does it make you feel like gotta study hard?
Yes.
Yes? So you're working in OR?
Yes.
Yes?
I'm Davion Hill. I'm 12 years old and I'm in the 7th grade. I believe the world doesn't determine what you have to do. You determine what you want to do. So, like, if you want to get into a good college, you're going to have to work really hard for that.
Hey, Davion, describe yourself in 3 words.
I'm awesome, I'm smart, and
The last word would be valiant, or you could use courageous. But the reason I did that is because Davion is very charismatic and very, kind of a very go-getter personality.
I still think science is cool.
What does the kidney actually do in mammalian species?
It cleans out the waste.
So let's talk about the liver. They're very enthusiastic, as you can see, kind of an animated group of individuals. Density, right? They're doing excellent. They're doing material that I didn't even cover until I was in high school, and they're comprehending it very easily.
A lot of people are encouraging me to be a doctor. I'm kind of interested in coding a little bit, so I have to like choose between one of those or probably mash them all together and try and find one big idea. So I'm trying to still choose what I'm trying to be. The wrong decision I could make is dropping out of school, because then that would ruin my entire life. I wouldn't be able to get a career that I want. I would let down my family members that think I'm doing really well. I think my strengths are academics when I put work into it, and sometimes when I want to be focused and serious, I'm really good at that. I like to solve problems. When it's difficult, it can get frustrating, but then when I figure it out, I'll be like, woo! The people that are smarter than me, I'm really competitive with that, so I like try to be like, I'm going to surpass you later on, and then I might actually wind up surpassing them, and I'll be like, yeah, but there's still people that I want to surpass.
Oh my gosh, it's fake, but it looks real. Having a mentor changed my life by being that someone that I can go to if I'm in trouble, or someone who can help me in like real life situations and learning. Like, he's not just that guy that's like, okay, do this math equation. He like actually gets into the mentee, so he tries to learn more about them so he can be more helpful.
What's new in school?
Anything
fun?
Yeah. Science is new though.
Yeah? What are you learning?
We're learning about density and stuff.
Oh.
If things are buoyant or not.
All right. Hey, Davion, how are you?
Hello.
Dr. Graywood.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Here you're interested in becoming a doctor?
Yep. Because when I first saw him, he gave me like a really big smile, like, these are my instruments and everything. And he was really descriptive about the tools that he used.
What people did is they invented the design of this, and then they put their name on it. So this guy called it Westcott. So there's a guy named Westcott, and he called it the Westcott scissors. So you ask for the Westcott scissors. So one day you might say, can I have the Davion retractor? How does that sound?
Pretty good.
Maybe not a retractor, but you want scissors or knife?
Knife.
A knife? Oh, you want the Davion knife. Okay. It's fun, isn't it? It's just like anything else. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell me what you actually do as a facial plastic surgeon working with cancer patients?
Okay. I'll give you an example. One of the most common types of cancer is skin cancer, because people go out in the sun and they get a skin cancer.
So basically, take some of the different parts of the body to reconstruct a part that needs to be fixed.
You are right on point. It's like doing a transplant from the person's own body.
What is so rewarding about working with cancer patients?
I will tell you that that cancer patients, they get reconstructed, are the most grateful patients that I've ever met. And during my week, I have lots of different opportunities to help lots of different people. The other reason is it's a lot of fun. I get to help a lot of cancer patients, and I think it's, for me, one of the most rewarding things that I do. This is the microscope that we use to sew the blood vessels together. I'll let you drive it. So these are your buttons here that you use to move it. So you push this, and you can move it up, you can move it around, because otherwise you can't really move it. So try it. All right, you're gonna look through it with both eyes, okay? Does it look like 2 circles or 1? How many circles do you see when you're looking through both eyes?
2.
Tell me when you see 1 circle. So you can see everything now. You see how big these numbers are? I want you to put your hands up here. Okay? Now push this one down. Okay, without moving the microscope, I want you to push that button. Push it forward. What do you think?
That's cool.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
The inspiration
Right.
Dr. Graywood gave me was probably wanting to use those tools to help the cancer patients. Like, for example, the microscope, I really got into that. It was like a robotic supervision tool that could let you see in 3 dimensions. I was really glad my mentor brought me here today. So no one in my family is really working in the medical field, so do you still think I can pursue that dream?
Of course. So there always has to be a first, right? Okay, and you most definitely can be a first. And becoming a doctor is thinking about a lifelong profession. It's not just thinking about it as a job. It's thinking about it as you want to help people, and you want to help people in a meaningful way. If you keep that in focus, that I'm doing this to help people, then there's no reason why you can't become a doctor. And then you'll become the first.
My wish for myself is to keep on doing good progress in school and then wind up like my sister in high school now, but doing even better. My wish for someone else is for my mom, so she can start believing in other people and herself again. And then that will give her the courage to boost even more, and then she'll start doing better.
Seventh grade is surprising. It's kind of hard because we have to make sure we do just about everything right, because we have to get a very good score so we can go to the high school that we want to.
Welcome.
And I want to go to one of the top high schools.
You're actually out on a perfect time. 7th grade.
We had to take a test in class called the iReady, and I was really happy because I got the highest in my class. I'm really competitive.
It seems like
I hold myself to a higher standard.
Like, I just wanted to say something, like, because me, I'm always doing my cover.
And I try my best to maintain my good grades. I say I'm very competitive for good grades because, I don't know, my dad always taught me to try your best to be number 1. I'm really, really curious. I'm always trying to find something out. I'm always asking a question. Wait, what's A3? I'm just super curious. The big wheels go in the back. And I love to read. And that's my main strength. I love to read, and I have a very good memory, so those go hand in hand. I'll read something, and then I'll remember it forever. I sit at the front of the class, and like my hand is always going up, my hand is always going up, my hands is always going up. And they're like, he's always calling on me, and he's like, but nobody else is raising their hand, and I'll be like, I'll just look around when nobody else raising, I'll just automatically, yeah, I got it, Dr. Burns, I got it. I think I can overcome those things, like not having a lot of money, being influenced by the wrong people, because I know I'll always have everybody for support.
No one ever believes Shaq is nothing less than amazing. He's always had an amazing beauty to himself. I want Shaq here to accomplish everything that he feels that he wants. I don't ever want to have Shaq here or any other of my children have a career or a path or a goal that is just all about them. It's always, to me, going to be about how can I use my, abilities to help other people.
Yes. And like I said, so do for yourself and keep going on. Okay?
Yes. My dad, he's just
like
about
I
my
said to you
height.
before, you gotta give it your all.
We get along well. We both real easy to talk to. He's funny like me.
Winning is not the only thing, it's everything.
I don't know, he just a bigger me.
You're winning in life, so you gotta give everything you got.
We laugh at the same stuff. Like if we see something that's funny, I show it to him, and he'll just start laughing.
You know, he's my youngest son, okay? And as my youngest son, he was the one that always wanted attention, okay? The teachers love him, the principal love him, because he shows he's willing to complete what he started in life. You get there by making an effort. If you don't make an effort, it's on you.
And my religion is really important to me because I grew up with this religion. I was born into it, so something about it, like when I pray, I just feel warm inside. It feels good to me to pray. And I guess when I finish praying, some days I get really, really energetic. And then when I pray, it just calms me down. It's just the way it is. When things don't do good, my religion is still there for me, so that's the thing, yeah. It just helped me look at stuff better.
Win, lose, or draw, you give it your best. That's the way you're gonna make it. I wish to let him know, as always, I love him dearly.
Yeah, I love him too. My twin.
He's twin, right?
So I'm really glad I survived 7th grade because I didn't get into any major fights. I kept some friends, most of them, and he's particularly running off our feet, and I got good grades most of the time. They said high school is more drama than middle school. Actually, to summarize everything that people have said about high school, it's absolutely terrifying.
Let's go. Yo, really? Let's go, baby. You can't handle the heat. Ready, set, go. Close. Hey, boy. She ain't. Come on, go. Dolly, you pull. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You guys are pretty strong.
Are we cheating?
Good job, good game, good game. Good game. Good game.
Well, Shaq fell again.
It's hella easier. Half of it yesterday. It has about 400 steps.
Yeah, if you mess up on one step, how are you supposed to break that whole thing down? What kind of robot it is you want to build. You need to talk about, are we going to focus on functionality and learn how to code the robot? Are we going to focus on building a really, really elaborate and nice-looking robot?
Shakira and Courtney, make sure you guys work together, okay? So who's gonna do what? So who wants to be the main builder?
I'm making the wheels.
I'm the gear. So you're the wheels?
I'm the tech guy, and I do the computer stuff.
I'm helping him.
Oh, I'm the builder.
I'm the handyman. Oh, is there a lot of violence where you guys around home? Do you hear the gunshots?
Yeah.
You do?
Like, I hear gunshots.
So are there any safe parts in Baltimore?
No. There'll be gangs everywhere you go. You can't stop a gang.
You get to hear stuff.
Like what type?
4 o'clock in the morning, man. They don't have nothing else to do but shoot somebody.
What about you?
Car crashes, gunshots, and fights all around my house. Like this the other day, was 2 people fighting out back of my house, cause some guy didn't pay
him his full money on the bike. And then just like a week ago, somebody got shot up the street from where I live. It's difficult because you can't go nowhere in Baltimore and think you're gonna be safe. You can't go to your house and have a nice family cookout and think you're gonna be safe.
Drugs.
It's a big thing.
It's a big thing.
I know people that do sell drugs, like they don't never pressure you into it. Like usually they tell you like I'm just doing it like right now because I don't got nothing else to do. Like they're like I'm in between jobs or something like that. Like or they always tell you like don't do it and like here take me out to like buy shoes and stuff. Like a few of my friends and stuff that's older than me, they buy me stuff. And then they tell me about it and they be like, yo, like don't ever do it because it's not something like you're gonna be able to stop because it's gonna be like you getting money and like you don't gotta pay, you don't gotta get nobody your money, like you gonna love it. So they like don't start it because you're not gonna be able to stop. Like
so it's like you hooked on?
Yeah, it's like a worse type of addiction. Like you're not even using it, you're selling it and like you addicted to selling, not even like why would you think about something that's gonna happen down the road when you can get $200-300 in one day? No, in a few hours.
It's quick
True,
money.
it's quick money, so you really not gonna think about the
You're not
fact
gonna
that's down
think
the
about
road.
getting a job when you making $200 a minute. $200 a minute. When you're not gonna think about getting a normal job.
And so in chess, every move you make has an outcome, has a result, and that's just like in life. Every action you make, every choice you make will have an outcome. So don't be too quick with the move, okay?
It's almost like you have to know when to attack something and when to be defensive.
It's just like sports, offense and defense. Both are equally as important.
They say it's a war going on outside. No man is safe from, you know?
Check. Put me in check.
Meaning that it's traps, it's dangers, it's a constant battlefield. It's going to be people trying to bring you down, you know? Be careful with that queen, man.
I know.
Risky. She came in my house. Thank you. You feel me?
So you always have to think 2-3 steps ahead, just like life.
It's like what you guys were talking about with the drug money. How it's easy money, you know, $200, you know, a day, but you know they're not thinking about the future.
Check. How did you start your career? Like, why did you get interested in doing what you do today?
My mother was 15 when I was born. My dad was 16. And I would bet you folks have said, coming where I am now with teenage parents, the likelihood is that you wouldn't succeed. I will tell you that my upbringing kind of shaped who I am today. I ended up going to Poly, and I can tell you getting oriented to engineering and science at the 9th grade kind of helped shape me as to who I am today. I ended up leaving Poly and going to Lincoln University where I got a degree in physics because I love science and math. And then after that, I went and got my MBA and started my own business. I ended up having about 300 and so employees building FiOS networks and things of that nature for the carriers. But it's all been in technology, and I would all say is a result of being in math and science.
So how did you overcome all the challenges?
The neighborhoods we live in and we grew up in, because I'm just like you, those neighborhoods define who we are, and we never should be ashamed of those neighborhoods because what they do, they build us to who we are, they build our character, and once you can handle the pitfalls and some of the things we learn in our communities, they make us better professionals. Trust me on that one. Are there any things that you're going through right now that are challenging that maybe I can help you understand, or maybe through what I've been through, maybe get a better understanding or help you deal with it?
Yeah, I don't really see my mother, my sisters, or any of my brothers. I just live in the house with my aunt, uncle, and my father, and my stepmother. I haven't seen my mother since I was 6, so it's difficult because sometimes I want to see her, sometimes I can't.
One of the things I can tell you is I came from the same neighborhoods that you came from, and your neighborhoods do not control your destiny. They don't. You know, there were drugs in the neighborhood, a lot of different issues. I mean, friends getting locked up, going to jail. You gotta be one that's to be different. You can't be afraid to be different.
court case was the Brown versus Board of Education, and it happened in the year 1954. And it was intended for the two schools, like white schools and black schools, to become integrated, but it had the opposite effect. The thing that happened was the white schools, they kind of left and they went into the county, and that left the black communities in like a bad place. That started a lot of poverty. The way everything changed because of that, and not in the way that they wanted it to. And not only did it change, but it kind of went backwards. It's abandoned houses. It's like always trash on the streets. Like typical day, you want to see some trash on the street. Drugs, like riddled throughout the whole community. Like it's not a day you can leave out and not see somebody making a sale. Like it's impossible not to see that. In my community, is it really grocery stores? No. It's just like a store right there. It's not something, it help out, yeah, but they don't really sell fresh fruits and vegetables. If you want to go get some fresh fruits and vegetables, you had to go leave out of your community. You know, it's like everybody know Pennsylvania Avenue. You know, people sell their drugs right there, they hustle. What do you see? You see people on the corners, on the block, like making their sale, calling out what they selling, like, you know, they selling the usual, like they got the little perks and stuff. I'm about to be 15, you know, like you get around 15, 16, that's when everything really start to change. Like that's when everything come out. Like police start treating you different, people start treating you different, so you had to more so watch who you are. Like people say, you really becoming a man. Like becoming a man, you gotta watch out, watch what you do, because split-second things can get you locked up or killed. Like you really gotta be like in that mindset. Like, should I do this?
I would be worried because of my height, because of like the way I look, because I'm black, so they might assume that I have a weapon, or if I try to put my hands up, they might just shoot me, or it's like because they take police brutality to a whole new level when it comes to blacks.
My message for Baltimore is it's time to put the violence aside and like come together and show that we Baltimore, we a city, like we a strong city too. At this point, we done seen enough violence.
I want to come back to Baltimore and help instead of just leaving it in poverty and poor people everywhere. The city can't hold me back. No, they're not gonna put me back. The sky's the limit to where I go.
We need to get used to hearing that person that's graduated, that person that's going to college. Like, we need to be ready to start hearing this good stuff and leave this bad stuff aside. Baltimore is changing, and I'm here ready to change Baltimore. That's how I gotta look at it.